can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.
Hey guys, welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name's Amy and I'm so glad to have you. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm doing a pick a card that is all about how you trigger people. Okay, I did a reading about who's triggered by you a few weeks ago, and you guys seemed to like it. And I thought it would be a good insight to see how you're triggering people, because you may be triggering more people than what you think for different reasons. Okay, so yeah, if this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what is up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I truly appreciate you guys being here. So I've done a pre-shuffle here. So we have stacks of cards, and each stack has a card from the Witch's Oracle deck. This is an independent deck, and I really love it. It's a fun deck, and there's a lot of good energy in it. So that's going to be your psychic linking object. And I will also have a video where you can go and kind of chill out with some music and see which group you're drawn to. Yeah, so I'm going to go through the cards and show them to you a little bit up close and read what's on the front. We have Fire Witch, Ignition, Personal Power, Intensity. Yeah, very cool energy. Don't look at my nails. My Ray nails is going crazy, so. Okay. And the second group is the Left-Handed Witch, Taboo, No Rules, Rebel. And the last group is Nocturnal Witch. And the front of it says Darkness, Night, Fortitude. All right, guys, those are your choices. Now, keep in mind, these are general readings. These are general sessions, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information and my social media is down in the description box below. Okay, so with that said, I will leave you guys to it. I will insert that little video with the backing music. You guys take a moment and chillax and see which group you're drawn to. And I will see you, beautiful, magical creatures, on the other side. Bye, guys.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon. It can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing all our minds and put the work in. We got some work, man. I started to do. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass half wish. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone. Just wanna break, no, I'm not gonna give in. Take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous. Scared I would pop out fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of bluff, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'ma be something that they can never be me. Nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I started to go. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop.
Drawn to the Fire Witch, we're gonna find out how you trigger people. Now, first of all, I just want to say you're an intense group, all right? You may be a fire sign, you may be a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries, sun, moon, and rising, or you may be like an earth sign, like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all right? There's intensity here. Maybe Scorpio, but we'll see. We'll see what the cards say. All right, so we have your Fire Witch card. Okay, how do you trigger people? Book of Shadows, secret. Ooh. Oh, my. Okay, we're going to put the tarot aside for now. We have sacrifice, secret, sacrifice. How do you trigger people? Okay, this is interesting energy. Expansion, hemp. Okay. This has me all smiles. You guys might, like, be a herbalist, if you know what I'm saying. We have Music Witch, vibration, harmony, frequency. Okay. I feel like some of you guys may be musicians or have some kind of talent in that area, or be really into music. Grim Reaper, ending, shock, starting over. Yeah, maybe I spoke too soon about Scorpio. We have cemetery, past life, going away, grief. How do you trigger people? We have engineer, light attributes, ability to give creative energy, a practical expression, taken for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. You guys are really smart. Really smart. The engineer is smart, creative and smart. Logical yet creative. Like that's a unique frequency, okay? We have zombie, stuck, slow moving, retry. I think you're very determined. I think you have like this just unrelenting determination when you want something. I think you have an unquenchable thirst when you seek after things. I think you're very passionate about the things you believe in. Let's see here. We have hero, heroine. Wow, light attribute. Passion, see, light attribute. Passion for pursuing compassion. Yeah. Wow. This is just really awesome energy. It's really awesome. I think people get intimidated by you. Child nature, friendships with animals. Okay, friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. Okay. You have a kind of a wild spirit to you, like a wild, untamed spirit. And this is very triggering. It's very triggering because I feel like you are comfortable with your passion. Like you're comfortable with being passionate about things. It's like your natural state of being. When you're not passionate about something or when you're lacking passion in your life, it usually means you're going through something very deep, profound, and usually very transformational. You're very intimidating to people. We have apples. To taste one must swallow it whole, and beneath the satin flame hides drowning waters. You have secrets and this drowning water energy, okay? Lots of emotion, very passionate emotion. When you love somebody, you love them intensely. And this passion triggers people. I think that people find you very seductive with the secret card here. Like there is a seductive charm about you. And some of you are aware of it. Some of you aren't. Some of you, I think all of you are, but some of you are politely not acknowledging it. Very polite. We have cloves, gossip. Yeah, people talk about you. You're one of those people that just have people talking about them, okay? Because of your nature, because of this secretive, witchy vibe that you have. And I feel like you are willing to sacrifice for the things you believe in. Like you have, I'm hearing like a courageous heart. You are lion-hearted. You're a champion. When you believe in something, you go all the way. And there's something very seductive and very attractive about someone who goes all in on the things that are important to them. You know, there's something very attractive about people who are unafraid to just, you know, say the hell with it, throw their caution to the wind, throw their fears away and just go forward. And I feel like that is how you really are. Now, not all the time, you know, sometimes you have off times, you know, we're not perfect, but I feel like your passion and your drive is very intimidating to people. And when they see you win, I feel like people cheer for you, but they also are a bit unnerved by you because they feel like some people feel small next to you. And you don't mean to make people feel small. I don't think this is a malintention. I just think your energy is really big. Like when you enter a room, whether you notice it or not, people notice you. And sometimes people hide it. Like they don't want you to know they noticed you walked in the room. But we all know you walked in the room, all right? We can feel you. Okay, what does this card say? We have the light after the darkness. Yeah, I feel like you have a powerful sense of hope. You're very hopeful, and you've gone through a lot of darkness here with sacrifice, secret. I think you keep your word. I think you keep secrets. And in some ways that has hurt you, and in some ways it has helped you. People can trust you because they know that you have triumphed through a lot. Like you are what I'm hearing is like a golden soul, someone like a diamond soul, like a lump of coal that has been tempered by the flames and fires of trauma and hardship and loss and isolation and abandonment. And you have, instead of allowing it to destroy you, you've allowed it to give you some really positive vibes about possibility. Like you've never lost track of hope, even though at times you may have wanted to. This is very intriguing to people. How do you keep going in a life that keeps hammering you down? How do you keep going? How do you keep struggling? How do you keep getting up and fighting every day? How did you do it? How did you rise? People are intrigued by it, and they're also intimidated because they can feel your strength. They can feel this wave of courage and strength. And I'm seeing like a heart chakra that is just fully open. And there's literally a lion like roaring out of the heart chakra. Like your passion, your drive, your love is deep. You feel emotions deeply. You're probably empathic. And people are drawn to that energy. I feel like at times you can be intoxicating to people and you don't even realize it. It's because you're intoxicated with life, with passion, with possibility. I also feel like you're very creative. For many of you, you are artists. If you haven't expressed that, you need to. The world needs you to express your artistic gifts because many of you are very talented and you're very gifted and you've been holding back because why? I'm not sure. That's a question I'm asking you. I'm not going to tell you why. I think you know why, and I think you know that this reading is a validation that it's time to get on your stuff, okay? You need to get on your business. All right, all this passion, all this focus, all this wonderful talent and ability, and I feel like you are just it's almost like you're about to cross the threshold and you just need a leap, okay? Yes, you trigger people. People get jealous. They get intimidated. You are smart and creative. And you've been through a lot. You are a warrior. You're tough. And you have really intense insights on the struggle. And, people feel your strength. They really do. All right, let's go into the tarot here. What do we have? We have the Knight of Cups. We have, let me see, what is this? The Knight of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, we have another knight here showing up. Okay, and we have the Page of Cups. All right, so I feel like how you trigger people, I feel like you are willing to go deep. Like you'll go deep. You'll give it all. When you go in on something, it's all the way. When you go in on your relationships with people, they're very intense. The emotions are very intense. The physicality is very intense. And when you leave or break up with someone or a friendship ends, they feel it. They feel it for a very long time. And they realize how much your energy fed them. Like you feed people energy. You give people energy. You are a beacon, like an energetic beacon of light. And the more passionate, the more driven you are, the stronger these feelings grow, the stronger this ability grows, the stronger this energy grows. And it's very triggering to people. And I think you make people feel small. I don't think you do it on purpose. I just think you make people feel small. I also think that you trigger people younger than you. I think they look up to you. You may have like some nephews or nieces or little people in your life who look up to you, or you have the ability as you move into your more artistic self to really do good for young people, give them hope. You can take a lot of this dynamic energy because you're very dynamic and it's extremely triggering to people. People don't really know how you did this. So, and they're trying to figure it out. And some people think it's fake. Some people think you're not being real because it just can't be like that. You can't be that kind of person. You can't keep taking that kind of pressure, of struggle, of constantly being hammered down on and end up being like you are. People just don't understand how that happens. It's got to be fake. They don't know that you're lion-hearted. Like you were made for the struggle. You were made to keep going. You were made with a determination to not give up on family, friends, what you love, your passions, your dreams. And even though we get distracted and even though, sometimes life doesn't unfold the way we think it will or want it to, you know that on the other side are good things. On the other side of your struggle are good things. And I feel like you also are learning to take time to enjoy each day. That's really important for you. That will help you get more clarity as you be more present in the moment. It will intensify your energy. Now, when people get triggered by you, a lot of times with the Grim Reaper here, we have shock. They get very shocked and held back, okay? And I think people talk about you. They can't help it. They can't help but talk about you. I think you've been through a lot, so that gives people a lot to talk about. Also, you got swag. You're attractive. People are attracted to you. And people talk about that. They talk about your swag. And a lot of your attraction has to do with how you radiate this energy. I'm seeing like someone, I'm seeing like a human whose head is like the sun. Okay, so just someone who's very illuminated and radiant and magnetic, and no matter what life throws at them, you just keep going. And that doesn't mean you're happy sunshine every day. It just means like you don't give up. You take a day off, take 3, take a week, whatever, and then you get back to it. You get back to that thing. And I feel like this positivity just radiates to people, and some people think it's fake. They don't like it. Some people get irritated by it. They're irritated because their energy, their frequency is so low that they can't really interact with your energy without getting angry. because they feel their lack. When they see you feeling full and abundant and positive, they feel their lack, and it pisses them off that they can't have what you have, even though the reality is you don't have everything you want. You're not where you want to be. You're still in the struggle, but you have a positive attitude and you are unafraid to go forward in the face of fear. I don't think fearlessness really is about not being afraid to go forward in the face of fear. Okay, we recognize the fear and we move forward anyway. You are a brave and courageous soul, very gifted, very creative, and it's very triggering to people. But you keep doing what you're doing, okay? Because you're right where you need to be. You're right where you're supposed to be, okay? And some of you guys, you need to take the leap and start getting into your creative energies. It's really going to help you bring in abundance and happiness to your life. All right, group one, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you, beautiful magical creatures, next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that were drawn to the left-handed witch, taboo, no rules, rebel. This is going to be your reading on how you trigger people. Well, you're a rebel. You're rebellious. You have your own kind of thing. You're very unique. And people find it threatening. How dare you be different from other people? How dare you not fit in like a cookie cutter to the world? How dare you stand in your own power? Okay, so let's get into the cards and find out more about what about you triggers people. We have illumination. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's really lovely energy there. We have grief. It is but a mere glimpse of nothingness, hidden away within chambers of your mourning, in the red clover, birthing lost illusions. Aw, how do you trigger people? Well, I'm not going to look at the tarot yet. Okay. We have Hathor, mistress of harmony, mediation, communication, culture. Gambler, light attributes, willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. Boom. That's part of that rebellious energy. You're just unafraid, unbothered, unhindered by what other people think of you. It's like you've set yourself free and you just don't care anymore. Like, judge me, I don't care. I'm going to do what I think is right. And the rest of you can just have at it. You just don't care. Even if it means losing people. Like, you are willing to lose people with this grief card if they if they have a problem with who you really are. A lot of you guys are walking in your authentic truth with the illumination card, and it's very triggering to people. Because what happens is when you start living authentically, people start being reminded that they're not. And when you're not living an authentic life and everything feels fake, it's a very empty kind of existence. There's no fulfillment. And to see someone else be fulfilled, go towards the things that fulfill them, is very scary because people get reminded, A, that they're not living that way, B, that they may never live that way. They may never have a moment in their life where they are fulfilled and being more in tune with who they are and able to truly express themselves in the world, It's very threatening. That's a very threatening energy. We have mugwort intuition. Yeah. Whoops. My hands don't work. Okay. Intuition. Yeah. I think you have a lot of psychic ability. I think you always have. You're empathic for sure. But I feel like you just know things sometimes. That's why you're such a powerful gambler, because you gamble on your feeling. Like, when you feel it's right, it doesn't matter what other people think. And in business, if this resonates in business, when it comes to business, you're a gambler. Like, you're willing to bet on yourself, and you listen to your intuition and you move as you're guided. And that's what brings the payoff for you. Some of you guys haven't seen the payoff yet because you're just starting to do this. But this kind of movement is very intimidating because not everybody has the bravery to do this. Not everybody has the insight to make moves like this. Like, it's a gift. It's a gift. You have this flair for knowing the right time to do things, and you need to learn to trust that. We have magic mirror. Yeah. Self-care, reflect, inner work. So when people see you, again, they're reminded of their own limitations. They're reminded of how many of them who judge you, many of them are very cookie cutter. They live this very fake life. I'm seeing like fakeness all around. People who are lost in the illusion of appearances. And hey, it's good to enjoy how you look and things like that. But these are people who are lost in it out of a sense of, being unfulfilled. They don't know what else to do with their time and their money because they haven't really sunk their heart into anything. And I feel like you have sunk your heart in being true to yourself first. And that pisses people off. I think there's a lot of people around you who may think that you're selfish or self-centered because they don't understand this. It feels like people who are triggered by you, there's religion here. Like, they're very religious. And you may have, with this left-handed witch, you may be left-handed. You may be of the left-handed path or some kind of ulterior spirituality or alternative spirituality or thought process or philosophy that doesn't align with a cookie cutter religion of your area or your family or whatnot. And it's very threatening because I feel like you literally have people saying behind your back that you are going straight to hell. And I tell you what, that is a hateful statement if I've never heard one before. So watch out for those people who, they mean well because they want to save your soul, right? But with the same mouth, they say to you that you're going to go straight to hell for what you're doing or what you believe in or what you practice or how you dress or whatever this is. Watch for those people. They're highly triggered by you because many of them have spent many years in this kind of social norm or religion or thought process. They've invested a lot of their time in it. And if you can just walk away from it, what does that mean to them and this pathway? What does that really mean, Okay, we have tea tree binding. We have initiation, spirit. I feel like with this tea tree here, like, people want you to stop. They want you to fucking stop whatever you're doing. For some of you, like, I don't feel like they have bound you, but if they could, they would. I feel like some people just want to get you alone and have a good talking to you. It feels like people have prayed over you. They prayed for you. They pray a lot for you for this rebellious spirit to leave. That won't resonate for everybody, but man, you have got someone highly triggered. Like, I'm hearing possession, like they think you might be possessed or something like that. Wow. What you're growing in your ability to be more authentic. You're growing out of toxicity. So that's triggering them. Okay. They're triggered by the fact that you're not putting up with their bullshit anymore. And you don't have to. You don't have to put up with their bullshit. If they don't accept you, that's on them. That's not on you, right? I feel this energy. I vibe with this so hard, you guys. Be yourself. Be true to you. And the people who stay are your people. And the people who leave are not. And they will make room for new people to enter your life. I think you have such amazing energy. And I feel like you have gotten tired of selling yourself short, and people around you are just so triggered by it. And let's keep going here. We have monk, nun, light attribute, selfless, devotion, single-minded, dedication to spirit. Yeah, I feel like this dedication is to yourself. I think you're very dedicated to taking care of yourself. I think you've learned that your lack of self-care, putting other people first, caring too much about other people, all it's done is hurt you and keep you small and keep you in a place where all you felt was grief. You never felt really happy. You never felt fulfilled. And now you're moving to a place where at least in the morning when you get up, you're going to live your life as you. And whatever good comes to you, whatever bad comes to you, well, that's just going to happen. You've accepted that, You've also accepted that you may not be for everyone, and that's okay. And it may be the people you've known for many years you may not be for, and that's all right. You're comfortable with losing people, places, and things in order to be yourself. You are unafraid of the grief it may cause. Like, you'll just mourn them and move on. You know, it's very powerful. I feel like you stand in your power and it's pissing people off. We have a rescuer. Light attributes. Provide strength and support to others in crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. I think you have a very altruistic attitude about giving. I think when you give your authentic self, give from that place, it's very real. And people feel the emotion of it. There's a lot of compassion here. And it's really interesting because you have this rebellious, strong energy that just triggers the fuck out of people around you, makes them uncomfortable. And these people don't like being uncomfortable. And then you have the rescuer energy here, which is compassionate and loving because you've learned to love yourself. You've learned to take care of yourself. And now you have this rescuer energy to give to others. Like, you have this charitable energy. And I think you standing in your power also gives people hope. Hope is so powerful. I think hope came out for group 1. Hope is really powerful. And I feel like you gamble on yourself and people watch you do that. And it's going to pay off. I'm telling you, it's going to pay off. And people are going to see more light because of your light. But it may not be the people you think. I think the people closest to you, many of them are highly disturbed, okay? But understand that sometimes when you have this energy, you are a catalyst for other people, okay? And they can either take that catalytic energy of being uncomfortable and do something positive and get to know themselves and become more of themselves and more comfortable in their vessel and therefore enjoying life more, or they can be angry and pissed off and try to bind you, try to shrink you down and put you back into that box, put you back into the bottle. The genie won't go back in the fucking bottle. You're not going back. So these people are going to have to find a way to deal with this triggering energy you have because it's not going anywhere. I think what will happen is it's not going to mellow. I just think the people who will begin to surround you will be like this too. So it won't be as intense anymore because you won't have these triggered people around you so much, right? Okay. We have winter. All right. And I feel like there is, even though we have this compassion and energy, you also protect your energy. You are unafraid to protect your energy and you will go cold on somebody. That is really triggering. I think sometimes your words can be very cutting and very cold. I don't think you sugarcoat things anymore. I don't think you hide the way you feel anymore. And I think you speak up when you don't like something. You say, I don't like that. That made me mad. I'm mad. You know, you give voice to your emotions. If you're angry, you tell people you're angry. You don't hide things from people anymore. You don't have a need to manipulate anyone. You just kind of want to live your life, be in flow, be truthful to who you are, be authentic. And it's extremely powerful. Okay, let's get into these cards over here. We have Amy, 6 of Pentacles. Teaches astrology, liberal arts, reveals hidden treasures, and brings excellent familiars. This is the Occult Tarot. This is the Amy card, the 6 of Pentacles. We have, okay, guys, I'm not going to even try. We have the Queen of Swords, teaches geometry, measurements, increases one's intelligence, can transform a person into a bird. Air spirit, air energy. You may be an air sign. You may be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. We have Justice. Okay, this is a Libra card. Tells how the angels fell, reveals the past, present, and future, teaches liberal sciences. Okay, so yeah, I think people are triggered by you because we have this Justice card here. And I think you give to people what they give you. Like, you put back to them what they bring to you. You get what you give with you. Okay, so if people give you a hard time, like these judgmental people, they're really not going to have a warm place in your heart anymore. And it's just because you don't have room for that shit anymore. You're not playing the game of trying to fit in. You don't give a fuck anymore, and that's good. That's a good place to be when you can detach from needing people to fulfill you. And I think the reason why you're here is because you are fulfilled in being who you are. You are fulfilled in yourself. You no longer require validation from other people. You don't give a fuck what people think of you. And I tell you, people who are trying to fit in the mold and have the white picket fence and the 2.5 kids and all that stuff, people who are trying desperately to keep that molded simulation kind of life together, they fade into the background. And when they see people like you living in rich living color, it reminds them of how empty, shallow, and flat, like one-dimensional their life is. And I'm seeing some of you guys may have an unusual job. I'm seeing like a person running on a treadmill, like a mouse in a mouse cage running that, in a wheel. And you got off that. Like you decided you weren't going to do that. You couldn't be that person. You couldn't even fake it if you wanted to. And people who are running in the rat race, they are very triggered because they don't want to do it either. A lot of people who work those kind of jobs, they don't want to do it either. And, we all have to live. So there's no judgment here, But I feel like you decided, or you got in a position in your life where you could make different choices about how you were going to spend your time, how you were going to make your money, what you were going to put your effort into. And you decided the first place you were going to put your effort is yourself. And the second place you're going to put your effort is what you wanted to spend your time doing. And that's kind of where you're at. You're at the place where you are shifting. It's not that you're leaving the focus off yourself. You're still focused on yourself. But you're moving into that place where you're going to start spending more time doing the things that you like, and you're trying to work out a way to make money that way. I don't know if you are aware of this, but that's a level of liberation. It's a level of freedom that some people never, ever get to, okay? And I feel like it was very difficult for you to get here. I think you had to overcome a lot. You're still overcoming things. But for people to see you walk in your authentic self alone, put everything else aside, is extremely triggering, okay? And I think that on some level, you know this. I'm sure you know this. You're aware of your energy. You have the rebel energy. A lot of Pluto, a lot of Scorpio, a lot of water here. And I do feel like there are people in your life who are triggered with sadness because they miss the person you used to be. And that person you used to be is gone. And I feel people like crying, like upset that you will not, like, they don't know who you are, and it scares them. It scares them that someone could change so much, and it makes them feel like they never knew you, and maybe they never did, and that's okay. It's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to make realizations that you never really knew someone. It doesn't make you or them a bad person. It makes it real. I think you're a very real person. You're very down to earth. You're kind of the salt of the earth kind of person, and the people who you trigger and how you trigger them is because they're not. They're living lies. They're living illusions. And seeing your realness is highly triggering. So, okay, group 2, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Subscribe. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that were drawn to the Nocturnal Witch, this is going to be a reading all about how you trigger people. So this should be really interesting and insightful. Now, as I was getting ready to do your reading, I heard that the shadow. I think your shadow aspect is extremely strong with this Nocturnal Witch, okay? Very strong. And what do I mean by that? I feel like your darkness is your light, okay? And you may have a very dark vibe. The way you dress may be darker. It may be a little mysterious. There's mystery about you. There's intrigue. You may be a Capricorn. You may be a Taurus. There's that Scorpio showing up in every single group. You may be a Libra. You may be a Pisces or Cancer. Let's keep going into these cards and find out more information about how you trigger people. Let's see. We have recovery. I think you're very strong. I think you've been through hell. That's what I'm getting. You're a survivor. Courage. Yeah. You're a survivor. You are no joke. You are the real deal. We have graveyard. Unnecessary fear. Yeah, I think you're one of those people that is so strong and has been through so much stuff that people are a little afraid of you. They're a little intimidated. I felt that with group 1 too. Like, you have some intimidating energy here. We have Litha, intensification. Yeah, you are an intense soul. You know, all of these groups seem to be really intense today. So let's see here. We have envious gluttony. Yeah, there it is. There are people who are very jealous of you. All right. I'm feeling like you are very attractive. You may have a darker vibe. There may be something unusual about the way you look, but people are envious of you. They're envious of your strength and your courage. They're envious of your attraction. We have Axis Monday Witch, Heaven, Earth, Journey. Yeah, you've been through a journey, man. You've definitely been through a journey. You have been through it. I'm seeing the 9 of Wands. You are the wounded warrior. We have Pumpkin, Wealth, Abundance, Growth. Bam. Okay, so this energy is about you. You may not be wealthy. You may not feel very abundant, but it's an energy that you carry. People feel like you could be, or you have this energy about you that makes people feel abundant. I think you give people good vibes. And I think it's confusing. I think people are very triggered because they're confused. You have this darker energy, and then you have all this courage. You're so brave. You've been through so much. And people are jealous of you because of your strength. I also think that people are jealous because they're seeing so much depth, almost to a frightening level of depth here for some of you. Midas, Miser, light attributes. Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. Delight in starting and sharing life's riches. The shadow attribute is hoarding money, emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Okay, so you trigger people because you're intense. You're really comfortable with your shadow and your darker aspects, and it triggers people to become obsessed with you. Okay, people are obsessed with your energy. And for some of you, it's because you're hot, very attractive, very seductive. For some of you, like, it's an energy that you carry, like a seductive energy. And it's almost like your Kundalini was woken up. You might look into that. Like, it's almost like you went through this like journey to hell, and you gathered yourself, and it's like a phoenixing, like you phoenixed. And when you phoenixed, all this intense energy came up with you, and it's manifesting in how you look. People are picking up on this very strong energy by your appearance. You're very attractive. We have light attribute, ability to communicate. Okay, we have teacher, sorry. Light attribute, ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Okay. Yeah, and I think when it comes to certain subjects, you're very knowledgeable. You may be a teacher. People look at you like you know a lot, like a mentor. For some people, they know that you know a lot because of the journey you've been on. Some of you guys have had a lot of trauma. Some of you guys have had some body issues. You've had like some eating disorders, and I don't mean to trigger anybody, but there's definitely been a lot of work on your inner self, your shadow, not feeling good enough, not feeling okay. And you may still be struggling with that, with recovery. There may be days you still have a hard time, but you're courageous because you have not allowed the fear that has brought you into recovery continue to keep you there. And it's very intimidating to see someone heal themselves. And that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about a healer who heals themselves, okay? And we're talking about someone who's learning how to give their energy, not give too much and not hold too much back. And it's inspiring and it's intimidating. We have damsel. There it is. There's that attractive energy. Okay. We have attributes. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Okay. Yeah. I'm feeling that. You're very attractive. You're a very attractive person. That's what the envious stuff is about too. There's a lot of people who are triggered by how you look. You know, you have a seductive look. I think there's something about your hair. Your face is very attractive, is very beautiful. Some of you guys, your body is a hottie body. All bodies are hottie bodies, but you know what I'm saying? Like people notice you, they notice your body. And it's because, and I don't think this is on purpose. I don't think you've set out to become like some kind of beauty king or queen or person. I think it is a side effect of the shadow work you've been doing, the intense work you've been doing, healing all the bullshit that you've been through, and really becoming fearless. I feel like you are a person who is unfuckwithable. Okay, nobody can fuck with you. Okay, they just can't touch you. You're just, and I felt this in group 2. So if you're drawn to group 2, you may see that. You may feel that as well. Okay. Okay, we have greet the darkness. Here where the spine bends and the mouth quivers, breathe the hidden, the pieces that make you whole, but cut deep with all of their sharp edges. Yeah, I'm feeling that. You are okay with your darkness, with the shadow aspects. I think you have some really primal energy about you, and it's very triggering. I feel like you may be an occultist or something like that as well. You may, there may be something about you may like horror movies or just a darker vibe or darker music. And that dark energy does trigger people. It confuses people sometimes. They don't understand what it's about. But for some of us, the darkness is comforting. Also, the darkness is where your power lies. And I feel like for you, you've gone into your shadow to help you heal, and it's made you more powerful and more attractive. And people are totally triggered. We have altar, a sacred devotion, a worship skin, deep rising from the ash, the waters you keep. Okay, so your physical presence tells people how much you've healed. Like, people can see it. They can see it. And many of them are confused. They don't know how the hell you did this. How did you do this? I'm confused. How does someone go from there to this? Because you dove deep. You became fearless. You faced a lot of your trauma. You faced a lot of your issues. You still do every day. You know that recovery from this deep pain is an ongoing process. And you've decided that you're okay with that. It's not perfect. You're not perfect. It's like you've accepted your imperfections, and now you're no longer hiding yourself. You're just like, fuck it. I'm going to show the world who I am, and I don't care. That's very catalyzing, because you got a whole world full of people who really, really care. They really, really care about fitting some kind of society, archetype of perfection or beauty or handsomeness. And I feel like you have rejected that, or you're working on rejecting it, and you're just like going to be who you are and sing your own song. You're no longer going to hide yourself. And I feel this energy too of you no longer keeping people's secrets. Good for you. Reflection 32. Be wary of things you believe to see with eyes wide shut, for they are mirrors of the mad, and truths only spoken with a bleeding tongue. Yeah. I think that there's been some really harsh things said about you because of this deep triggering, because people don't know how you did this, and it really bothers them. I think there's also people who feel the withdrawal of your energy with this Midas and Miser card, and that's very triggering. They want to know why you think you're too good now to hang out with me. That's what I'm hearing. You think you're too good to hang out with me. You think you're too good. You think you're too good for me. Like, how could you think that? And I think you've had people around you who have been very shallow. And you've decided after this deep recovery, this work you've done, facing your fear, I feel like you've learned more about really what life's about. And I'm feeling this energy of life's about the thrill of overcoming, the thrill of accomplishment, the thrill and the moments where you feel really alive and whole and authentic in yourself. And these people are just so taken aback by that. They also see your beauty and your attraction manifesting. For some of you, there's something about your eyes that's very mesmerizing. It's almost like light has come into your eyes, and people are wondering how that happened. It's like your eyes have changed, or there's something about your eyes here and your hair. For many of you, you have classical features. You're like a classical beauty or a classical handsome energy. And I think a lot of you are going to start seeing more of the beauty in yourself. Other people, listen, other people already see this and they're very triggered by it, because those people who have known you are like, did they always look like this? Was this always them? Or you have people who are like, they've always been beautiful, but now it's like they've come alive. So it's different. It's brighter. It's more intense, and you're very magnetic. So let's get into these tarot cards. Yeah, you're going places. People feel this. It's in your energy now, okay? You have pumpkin, wealth, abundance, growth. You guys, it's in your energy. So you're going places. You're going to the next level. And you're going to leave some people behind. And people are highly triggered by that shit, you guys, especially your peers. I'm hearing siblings and friends may be very triggered by that. We have the Page of Wands. I believe this is the Page of Wands. Okay, let's just keep going here. I'm going to get all these cards. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you're on your way. Good things are happening for you. You've made some kind of decision here with the Three of Swords. You've made some kind of decision with this Three of Swords card. I think your life, it came out in reverse, but I'm feeling it. I think you had a major happening in your life that completely destroyed your heart. I think you went into your shadow and you went into the shame. You went into the not feeling good enough. You went into the overgiving. I think you tried for a while to overgive your way out of this Three of Swords. This could have been a romantic partner. For many of you, this was eye-opening. I feel like there was betrayal here, cheating. You didn't feel attractive. You didn't feel like this person gave you the time of day, because they really, really didn't. I'm feeling someone was very careless with your heart. And because of that, it kind of forced the shadow to do an intervention. Okay, I know that sounds weird, but it's like your shadow self came forward and said, hey, it's time for you to face the shit that's kept you in this bad place. We need to face it, and we need to work through it. And that's what you've been doing. And what's happened is that your frequency is elevating, okay? Okay, I think this is Judgment. And I've pulled this a couple of times in the last few readings I've used this deck. And I feel like this is really you saving your inner child. Okay, saving yourself from the shadow, and not saving as much as like the shadow attributes of the zombies in the background. Like, they're there. You acknowledge them. They're a part of you, but they're not you, right? And I feel like you carried yourself out of this really bad, heartbreaking situation. It's almost like, I mean, someone came for you, for real. Like, someone came for you. This feels like, for some of you, like this was a traumatic experience for some of you. For others, this is cheating. Well, they're all traumatic, right? But I'm talking about trauma as in like violent trauma kind of thing. And I don't want to go too deep into that, but I don't think you're aware of your ability to survive and rise above this very intense situation. Really triggers people because you're very strong. You're like, I want to say, and I don't mean this bad. You're like a workhorse. Like, you are so strong. You're like a big draft horse, you know, that can lift a million blocks. Like, you just keep going. You didn't give up. And you decided that if you had one life to live now, and you wanted to live it as truthfully, as authentically as possible. And the people around you are very confused by it. But with the Nine of Pentacles here, you're just very attractive. And I also feel like you're really connected to your spirits and your guides, and it makes you a little spooky. And because of that, people are scared. They're scared. They want to know how you did it. And some of them feel like you did some kind of voodoo or something like that, some kind of magic. And maybe you did, you know. I feel like you used, or you're using everything you have to rise out of the situation that you've been in. And it's showing. you've done glown up, honey, and people notice, and it is triggering people. There's jealousy here, and there's people who are confused and trying to figure out how you did it. And keep going. Don't get distracted by this energy. Keep going, keep doing you, because you're doing a beautiful job. Okay, group 3, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I love to have you as a member of my tribe, and I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.